What's up everybody, you're watching the From WordPress to Statamic YouTube channel. My name is Michael. Today I want to build a little bit on what we did last time, which was creating themes with Tailwind in Statamic. As you can see, I've still got this dark blue theme going on here with this intro component, but I did have a comment come in on that video asking, how can we define the theme right within Statamic? So I figured today, let's explore a quick way we could do that right from the dashboard. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to my dashboard over here and I'm going to create a new field set, and I'm going to call it theme colors, and I'm going to spell it with a U because I'm Canadian and that's how it's done. There we go. And I'm going to create a new field here, and I'm going to do the replicator. Now this is going to let me create as many color options as I want, and I can name them according to the theme colors that I've got here in my CSS. So I'm going to do color field is the name here, and down here I'm going to say color option, and within here I'm going to create two fields. So the first one is just going to be a text field, and it's going to be my color label, and we'll make that 50%. And we'll add one more, and here I can actually use the color field. And I'm not going to change any of the defaults here, but let's make that 50% as well, so they're side by side. Okay, I'll save that. Now the next thing I want to do is go into my global site config area and add this field set. So I'm going to go to my blueprints, and I've got this site config in my globals here. And I'm going to create a new section here. And we'll call it theme colors. And I'm just going to bump it up to the top. Now I'm going to choose link existing, and we'll select that one that we just created, which is the theme colors. Look at link. Okay, now that I've got that saved, I'm going to go into my site config and actually add some colors here. I'm going to go over here, and I've got it right at the top now. So I'm going to create a couple of options here. So instead of blue, I'm going to go for like a dark green, kind of foresty kind of color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my accent color first. So I'm going to change my accent. And I've just got one on my clipboard over here. I'm going to paste it. And I forget the hash there. And I'm going to just save that for now. So what I can do is I'm going to go into my layout, and after my CSS here, I'm going to create a new style tag. Now maybe I want to put this in a partial or something that's a little tidier, but for the purposes of this video, this is just fine. Now I'm going to use the root, because what I'm going to do here is override all of those variables that were defined in the site CSS. To do that, I'm going to get that field, so it's the site config, and I have the color field, and so this is going to iterate over everything inside of my replicator. So that is going to be the dash color, and it's going to correspond to the color label that we just defined, and the value is going to be the color. Is it just color? What did I call it? Color field? Color field. And don't forget the semicolon there. So if this works, I should be able to see this new green accent color override the blue that we had defined in my site CSS here. Should be replacing this one. So let's take a look. I'll give that a refresh, and let's take a look. So now nothing's happening with that button, which I think was using that accent color. So it's using BG accent. And right now, okay, so this is overriding, but it's not actually using the right value. Why not? What did I call it? Let's go back to my field sets, theme colors, color field. So I've got my color field. Oh, I didn't use the U there. Let's fix that. let's go up into the head and find that style tag. It should be after the CSS. There we go. So there we go. So got color, accent, and the new value. So now because I'm using a replicator, I can add as many or as few as I want to override my default theme here. So let's just add a couple more. I'm going to go back into my, I'm just going to close that too. Go back into my config, and let's go back to my globals, site config. So, okay, let's maybe do the accent dark. You know what, let's just add one more. Let's add a dark, because I'm using not exactly a pure dark for this theme, but something that's going to be a nice dark color. So I've got this deep evergreen forest thing happening. Let's save that. And here we go. Here is our green theme. Got this dark green background using my lighter green accent color. My button is already using the accent color as a background. I've got some colors going on here. It still looks sort of bluish, doesn't it? What's going on? Beige black. I think that looks like the one we were just using. Black. Yeah, that's still that one. So, do I need to save something here? Oh, it was black. I didn't call it dark. It was black. My own worst enemy here. Okay, there we go. So there's our dark color for this theme. If I was to go over to my layout and just comment this out, or just do that. Now I'm back to my default. And here's my themes right from within the dashboard. So once I've got this CSS structure defined, and I've got a couple of themes defined here, I'm not overriding a ton for all my given themes. But if I just have to replace these colors, then all of the corresponding themes will adapt as well, as long as I'm using those same CSS variables consistently. And there you have it, a really simple way to define some color swatches right within the Statamic dashboard. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my newsletter. The link is in the description. Catch you next time.